first YouTube video, and I'm going to be reviewing one of the most highly anticipated movies of the year, so let's hope this goes well. Justice League. Written by Zack Snyder and Chris Terrio, directed by Zack Snyder and, let's be honest, Joss Whedon. Follows the story about a few months after the ending of Batman v Superman, and what happens is, because Superman's dead and Batman knows of this big evil that is coming, he recruits Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and the Flash to go and fight the big evil led by Steppenwolf. And what he's doing is he's looking for three mother boxes. One is in Atlantis, one's in Themyscira, and the other is on Earth that helps make Cyborg. And going into this movie, I was really excited. And there's a lot I love about the movie, and there's a few things I have some gripes with. I'll go into those in a little more detail later. But just so you know, there's gonna be very rarely any spoilers in this review. If anything, I'll just give you one that's not gonna reveal much about the plot. And there's one Darkseid reference. That's it. Only one Darkseid reference, and that's it. You don't see him. He doesn't show up. All you hear is his name, and that's it. Let's start with the pros of this movie. The acting is great. All the characters are amazing. And honestly, my favorite character in the movie, the one who I thought stole the show, is the Flash. Ezra Miller was great as Barry Allen. He had all the funny lines. He had all the quips, and he was just great. He was a delight to see on screen. Gal Gadot is back as Wonder Woman, and she is just great as Wonder Woman. She's the same Wonder Woman you saw in Batman vs Superman and in the Wonder Woman movie. She brings a bit of elegance and beauty, along with a lot of badassery, to the character that she needs. This is like she is Wonder Woman, and I thought she was really good in the movie, as she always is. But one thing that always stands out to me, and this is just me as a guy, she is just so gorgeous. And her beauty combined with her elegance and how she presents herself, and just the fact that she wants to protect people, it makes her Wonder Woman. Affleck was great as Batman. I always thought he was good ever since Batman vs Superman. Ray Fisher was really good as Cyborg, but Cyborg's played down a lot in this movie. You know, I think of Cyborg from the Teen Titans cartoon I used to watch. Like, he's the guy, kind of a jock. Booyah! That guy. He was good in this movie, but he's downplayed a bit. He's still coming to terms with his powers, and he doesn't really know what to think of them. But there are times when he was just like, I'm a monster. Am I really human? And I thought to myself, God, not one of these again. But that didn't last very long. Jason Momoa was great as Aquaman. He wasn't in the movie as much as I thought he would be, but when he is in the movie, he has a good presence. He's very tough and very, for lack of a better word, very manly, and with the beard and the muscles and the tattoos. What also worked in this movie is the chemistry and the dynamic between all the characters. This is a movie where all these characters have to come together, and they have to be a team in order to take down this great evil. Because Steppenwolf is I'll get into him later, because just so you know, I didn't like him in the movie, but the dialogue between everybody is so good. You get to know more about Aquaman and the Flash more than anyone. You kind of get a little more backstory on Cyborg, but it's not really all that much. But as for some of the cons, really my only major gripe with the movie is the villain. Steppenwolf is he's not a good villain. He's really weak. But honestly, going into the movie, I didn't expect him to be a big, great evil villain. He was alright. I mean, he's more like I'm trying to think of a way to word this. He's more like the middleman between the Justice League and Darkseid. And Really, that's all he is. He has a pretty cool voice, I'll give him that, but besides that, he's just not. I didn't expect him to be a great villain, so I wasn't disappointed in that regard. Also, the pacing seemed to be a little fast paced, and I think. Fast paced. But that might be because Warner Brothers had a mandate that the movie had to be no more than 2 hours long. I don't know why, but you go into this movie and you will see there are quite a few scenes that are in the commercials and in the trailers that were cut from the movie. And that kind of disappoints me, but gets me excited for a director's cut of the movie, which we will get. We got one of Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman, so we're going to get a director's cut of Justice League, let's be honest. But I just wish the movie was longer so it could explain a few more things, because some scenes felt like there's a lot of dialogue that was in between them, but they was cut down so the movie could be a certain length. Superman's CG mustache, the fake one that they had to put on, it's only really noticeable in one scene. Some people were complaining about the CGI, but I didn't notice anything. Either that or the movie I thought was so good that I didn't care to notice it, even if I saw it. But the CGI, it worked. It was good. And this movie is very lighthearted. The DC movies in the past have been pretty dark, pretty grim. But this one was not. It was lighthearted, and it was a nice change of pace, honestly. My final judging of the movie, though, I will give it a solid 8 out of 10 stars. It was a great movie. I had a great time watching it, and I am so looking forward to the sequel and to more Justice League or just DCEU related movies in the future. One other thing to make note of, there are 2 post-credit scenes. One is just strictly fan service that I won't spoil for you, and the other leads into what might be a future DCEU movie. So stick around for those. Those are really good. Alright guys, that's it for my first video here on YouTube. If you like what you've seen here, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. And feel free to click the subscribe button in the description box below. So peace be with y'all. Have a nice day, and I will see you next time.